Hello and welcome to Instrumental Fragrance, a channel dedicated to fragrances, music, and style. Today we'll be giving you our review of TomFord's Black Orchid Eau De Toilette. This is a 2023 re-release of the fragrance. This is an Ulta exclusive or a TomFord online exclusive through his website, or through the website that they have. I believe they're owned by another company now. Estee Lauder, I think. So you got the name of the fragrance, the concentration on the front, your information here, batch code on the bottom, TomFord TF on the top, and your bottle looks like this. TomFord's Black Orchid Eau De Toilette has main notes of black plum, patchouli, black truffle, as well as black orchid. Now this is a very dark, mysterious fragrance. It keeps you wondering about it, thinking about it all the way throughout. It's a beautiful fragrance, but it's also perfectly unisex. I think this is really nice floral. It's a dark, ambery floral fragrance that I think leans perfect for date night or going out on the town. If you're trying to draw some attention, it's a very polarizing scent. Now, the main notes that I get from this are the notes that I had talked about earlier. The patchouli comes in with a very chocolatey patchouli, as well as a very nice sweetness coming from the plum. I'm gonna go ahead and share a couple sprays with you and kind of go over the fragrance more. Now this was a wonderful gift that I got from my girlfriend. It is an Ulta exclusive, also available at the TomFord website. We did get this and paid for it ourselves. Retails at $180 for the 3.4 ounce bottle. Just a beautiful patchouli scent. It's grounding, it's centering, it's sweet, borderline gourmand and floral at times. And I find that this Eau De Toilette concentration is really wonderful in the summer, and I really didn't expect that because I've worn the Parfum, the Eau de Parfum, and both of those are kind of only exclusive kind of for winter or fall. You might be able to get away with them in a cooler season, but I've actually been wearing this summer, and I find that the Eau De Toilette concentration is fresher, more vibrant, but also still has that dark, earthy mysteriousness that you want from the Black Orchid DNA. Oh, it's just a beautiful scent. One of the best fragrances as far as new releases go that has came out on the designer end that I've smelled this year. And I think once more people review this, more people catch on, this will really be a fragrance that does well. I just absolutely love the concentration of the Eau De Toilette here. You get a ton of vibrancy and a ton of kick to it. When you spray this on your skin, the projection is massive. This is a room-filling fragrance. Go easy on the triggers. This is one where I've only sprayed a couple sprays sometimes, and I've had massive reactions with just a couple sprays. It is polarizing, so some people aren't going to like this scent. It's definitely not blind buy worthy, so see if you can stop in, see if your local Ulta has the availability to try this. If not, maybe try a couple samples. If you know what Black Orchid kind of smells like from the other concentrations, such as the Parfum or the Eau de Parfum, this doesn't have the rum in it like the Parfum or anything like that, but this definitely has its own twist, being more fresh, definitely more floral. Oh, it's just such a beautiful scent. That plum really comes through. You get a ton of black plum in this. So if you're a fan of plums and you're a fan of trying to get a plum fragrance, plum patchouli mix, this kind of gives that vibe. A chocolate covered plum. But it does have black truffle in it, so it does have a lot of earthiness. I think the black truffle works with the patchouli to give a very earthiness to this fragrance. As far as projection, this is a beast mode fragrance for projection. I got massive amount of sillage filling rooms with this, and I would say that the sillage lasted well beyond an arm's length for 3 to 4 hours, if not more. I wore this out in 90 degrees, cleaned out my car, and I could still smell this 7 to 10 hours after that. So you're gonna get very long longevity on this. I would say somewhere between 7 and 10 hours, depending on the skin type, the temperature that you're dealing with. And so if you have hot temperatures, you might get affected by it, but I was out, 90 degrees, and still was able to get this on my skin, still smell it. So it performed like crazy in the heat. And I did only use a couple sprays that day. This does lean more mature, so I don't think a younger man's gonna like this as much. I know the younger people in like their teenage years probably won't gravitate towards this unless they're really into fragrances or they're into something that's a little more challenging or mysterious. Because as far as designers go, this is interesting and exciting. And for it to be interesting or exciting, it means it's not necessarily as mass appealing. But I think a lot of people will like this scent overall, and I think you have more people that like it than dislike it. So that is kind of good when you have a polarizing scent and people do end up really loving it. This could be a match made in heaven for you and your partner or significant other. They might love this on you. So definitely give this a try. This is a date night fragrance for sure. It's also a fragrance that you could wear just about every season. I've been rocking it in the summer, but I think it's gonna be best in the fall or winter. But wear what you like when you like. For me, trying out fragrances for the channel, I'm gonna have fragrances on that sometimes are suited for the winter and the summer, and sometimes gonna have ones that are suited for the summer and the winter. And I'm gonna try them out against the temperatures that we have, and we have really fluctuating temperatures where I live. So it gets as cold as negatives and as hot as 100 degrees here. So this is beautiful. And if you're a fan of TomFord's kind of smells and you're familiar with like tobacco vanille or scents like that, you know the amber accord or that kind of scent that he's got. You kind of are familiar with the patchouli he's using, or you're familiar with any black orchid. I think this is a buy. I think this doesn't seem redundant. I do feel like I could own the Parfum, the Eau de Parfum, and the Eau De Toilette, and they would all serve a purpose. But to me, the Eau De Toilette so far is my favorite of all of the concentrations, which is rare because usually I like the more oils the better, but sometimes you get better projection with less oils, and I get ridiculous projection with this fragrance. My overall score for this fragrance is gonna be, to me, a 10 out of 10 as far as the fragrance goes. One of the best releases from designer fragrances that I've smelled in a long time. And not really redundant, even though it's a flanker of a fragrance that's already loved. Do I think everybody's gonna give this a 10 out of 10? No. But I think anybody that tries this will at least give it somewhere between a 7 to 10 out of 10, unless they absolutely hate the DNA of Black Orchid. If you hate the DNA of Black Orchid, stay away from this, because you'll give it a 0 out of 10. It's definitely got that Black Orchid DNA. It doesn't completely stray away from that, but it's not redundant. So to me, this is perfectly done for designer fragrances. Perfectly done. Really well balanced. Projection's wonderful, longevity's wonderful. You get a lot for your money at the $180. Especially if you can get this, on a discount. Maybe figure out a way to get some sort of discount from Ulta to get this, and you'll really love this. As far as things in this price range for around $180, this is really, really good. It's hitting there with any niche fragrance that's usually between $160 and $200 or more. I would say this is definitely batting right with those, so that's a good buy for your money. Let me know in the comments below if you've smelt TomFord's Eau De Toilette. Maybe you've tried the older formulation. This is a new launch for 2023, this reformulation, I believe. And I've never smelt the original Eau De Toilette, so let me know in the comments below if you've smelt that and you've smelt this one, if you know any difference or anything like that. But I just love this fragrance overall. I think it's slept on right now. Nobody's talking about it. And as far as one of the releases for this year,
I absolutely love it.
if you're a fan of this type of content, please do drop a like and a comment below. And please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that way you're reminded anytime I post this type of content. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching Instrumental Fragrance. Goodbye.